God forbid one of your homies see you with a big girl. That between looks and personality, I'm top tier. I'm top 2 and I'm not number 2. So I don't, it's not a compliment. It's just not.
Don't you get it by now? Tell me what you learned in grade school. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that code? Why is our love at one-sided? It should really be give and take. Fill you up and leave me empty.
Why are you not subscribed? Why do we keep having to have this conversation? We right here with it. You know why you're not subscribed? I don't want to call you childish, but it's giving me a little bit childish. It's giving me. I'm here to provide you with some good content, a good laugh. I'm showing you my spirit. I'm showing you my personality. And honey, we do beat this face on occasion, okay? So make sure you subscribe, like, comment down below, and turn on that post notification bell so that you are notified every time that I upload. Because I upload every Thursday and now every Sunday. So go subscribe so that you can be a part of the family. What's up, my babies? It's your girl Taisha Lashey, and I'm back with another freaking video. We're in a different setting. This is a more serious video. I do technically have a story time, and if you can tell by the title, that is what this video is going to be about. If I seem like I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. It's because I'm trying to dictate my thoughts and speak with intention and be mindful of what I'm saying and making sure that it comes off very clear. So I do apologize if I'm all over the place, but I do have a slight story time of what I dealt with yesterday and why it kind of triggered me. And I've been a big girl my entire life. It's nothing new to me. I have dealt with all the mean words, all the hateful comments. I've dealt with it all. Let's just say that. I definitely grew up having to have thick skin. Even friends, family, I had to have thick skin. So even as a grown adult, I still technically have to have thick skin because people are very, very opinionated about my weight and feel very entitled to make me feel less than. And it took me a very long time to get to a point where I don't feel less than. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm big, but I am beautiful. And those two do not go hand in hand. They don't. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you this story time, and I'm just going to have a very, very, very heartfelt conversation with you all. I feel very passionate about this simply because I have had to deal with it for so long. And the conversation that I'm having with you all today is not to discredit anyone else who has different insecurities. Everyone deals with something. People are going to talk and be hateful and mean no matter what shape or size you are, no matter how tall, no matter how short, no matter how skinny, no matter how fat. Somebody is going to have something to say. So remember that, because I'm speaking from experience, from my experience and how I feel about things. It is not to discredit you about how you feel about certain things. So I'm going to go ahead and tell this story time, and we're going to talk about how I feel about this and why I feel the way that I feel. Okay? So I went out yesterday, and I was running errands and I was leaving out of Sally's, and a young man was coming he was going into GameStop, and he kind of like stopped and he was just kind of staring, and so I smiled behind my mask, and he goes, "Are you smiling at me?" And I said, "Yeah, because you're looking at me kind of weird." He was like, I said, "Do you know me?" He said, "No." He said, "I'm trying to tell if you're pretty or not. Can you take off your mask so I can see if you're pretty?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, he said, I'm calling, he's like, "I'm trying to compliment you. I just want to see your whole face," right? So I take my mask off, right? And he's like, "Oh, you're really pretty. You're pretty for a big girl." I didn't even say thank you. I just kind of got quiet, and it's like, so then he's like, "Well, can we talk? Can I have your phone number?" And I was like, "No, my boyfriend fights people." And I just walked away, and he went into GameStop. Like, he didn't bother me or anything after that. But it bothered me the whole way home, and I've been thinking about it all night, because that's not a compliment at all. That's the same thing as saying, "Oh, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl," or "You're pretty for a black girl." It's the same thing. The reason I say that it's not a compliment is because if I was of smaller stature, you would have said, "Oh, you're really pretty. Can I have your phone number?" Or "You're so beautiful. You're so gorgeous." Adding on that for a big girl is making it seem as if I should feel special that you just said that to me. That I should feel so honored that you think I'm pretty because I'm fat. No. I feel pretty regardless. Period. Point blank. And if you felt like I was pretty, if you really felt like I was beautiful or pretty or whatever, you would not have added the for a big girl part. What was the reason? It's not a compliment. It's really not. And it's disheartening because, one, he was really attractive. Two, I'm already going out into a society that doesn't view me as beautiful anyway. And I'm not saying that everyone is like that, but for most people, I'm not a head turner. You get what I'm saying? So when he was looking at me, he's like, "I'm trying to see if you're pretty," I expected that to go in a different direction. Now, I don't know what type of person he is, and quite frankly, after that, I probably wouldn't want to know what type of person he is, but that's not the first time that I have encountered that. And it's a lot of things lately that have been triggering me, even though I am very, 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 very deep into my self-love journey, and I have gotten to a point where I hold my head up high when I walk. He even said that. He was like, "It's just something about you. It's just the way that you present yourself. You walk with your head high." And I'm like, am I not supposed to do that? I worked really hard to get to this point, to love where my body is now, because if I don't, nobody else will. And I'm not honored by that statement. Like, I know that my spirit and my soul are a whole lot more beautiful than any outward beauty could ever be. I'm such a good person. I want any other young lady, even grown women who are still trying to figure out how to love yourself, the first step is to know your worth and to know that those backhanded ass compliments ain't it. Like, you are not going to lower or dim my light by saying I'm pretty for a big girl. Or I'm pretty regardless. I am pretty regardless of what you think or what you feel about my body. There's this wave of men that are starting to publicly say that they like big women. And as nice as it may sound, we're not a trend, okay? We're not some fantasy. You will not fetishize my weight. That's not okay. And it's creepy to me that they're doing that. And I'm grown. Like, I'm big grown. So I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by it. It does not, you cannot manipulate me and how I'm supposed to feel about myself, and you will not give me backhand compliments, because I am worth so much more than that. God forbid one of your homies see you with a big girl. 9 times out of 10, I'm better than they females. And that's just on being confident. That's just on loving who I am as a person. I'm not pretty for a big girl. They don't go hand in hand. That's just like me saying, oh, like me being down on myself. Oh, I'm so fat. And then I'll have a friend say, no, you're beautiful. You're so beautiful. I never said I wasn't beautiful. I said I was fat. I know I'm beautiful. Like, that's what that is. I got on this camera, I guess, to just vent. And I want to say something to my younger self and other big girls and younger big girls. You have every right to be loved for who you are. You are deserving of the same kind of love that everyone else receives. And your weight does not define how worthy you are of those things. So love yourself now as you are. Love yourself now as you are. I'm going to say it again. Love yourself now as you are. Because you were created in God's eye. You were created in God's image. This is the only time that I will address this on my channel. If you are going to compliment me, you better mean it wholeheartedly. Say that shit with your chest. Do not call me pretty for a big girl, because I am worthy of so much more than that backhanded ass compliment. I'm saying that with my chest. That is not a compliment. You are pretty for a big girl is not a compliment. This is where I'm going to end this off, because I don't want to get emotional. We're going to go back to our fun, happy content on my channel. And if y'all like this setting, because I kind of enjoy this setting, let me know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you are notified every time that I upload. And I'll see you next video. Bye. It should really be give and take. Fill you up and leave me empty. Baby, was that my mistake?